Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Carpe Noche Grilling. Today, it's really a blocking and tackling kind of episode because we're not doing anything fancy today. But let's talk about what we're cooking today. So, we have 3 brisket flat cuts. There was kind of a run on brisket at the grocery store due to the pandemic. So this was what I was able to scrounge. So that's what we're cooking today. Also got a pork shoulder that we're going to do as well. And just to talk a little bit about the supplies, I'm going to kind of use a salt and pepper rub with coarse kosher salt and coarse ground black pepper. It's an equal 50-50 mix in this little shaker. I got the nitrile gloves, so when I'm handling the meat. And then the actual cook itself, I've got 2 iGrill minis that we'll put one in the meat and one on the grill temp, and then we connect that to the iPad, and then when we do need to handle all the hot stuff, we use the big gloves. So I'm going to go ahead and start the rub, and stay tuned. Hey, welcome back everybody. So as you can see, I've got the meats unwrapped and we're about to do the rub. So like I said, this 50-50 coarse kosher salt and coarse ground pepper. And you really just coat liberally all sides of the brisket. And then you even want to lift it up and get the edges to get a nice bark on your brisket. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these rubbed up, and I'll check back with you in a minute. Welcome back everybody. So I've got the meats are rubbed and resting inside, and I want to explain a little bit about the grilling situation. So today we're going to use the Pit Boss pellet smoker. We could have used the Weber Smoky Mountain, but I decided today I wanted to use the pellet smoker. So we've got the pellet smoker loaded with hickory pellets. Okay, I've got it set at 225. It's maintaining 225. And there's the nice smoke from the hickory pellets. I've got a little dish of water that I keep in there for moistness. And if we run low on pellets, we got another whole batch down below. So stay tuned, we'll get the meat on here in a minute. Hey, welcome back everybody. So come on over and see what the setup is. So we got the three flats down, fat side on the top, and we got our pork butt with the fat side on the top. We've got the iGrill Mini attached to one of the briskets here, and then we just have the other iGrill Mini on the grill temperature or surface temperature, and we're going to track that on the app on the iPad. But the great thing about the Pit Boss is you set it at 225, and the 2 additional probes, I got one in this brisket and one in the pork butt. So about to close the lid, and we'll see it in about 6 to 8 hours, low and slow. Catch you in a minute. Welcome back everybody. So we've got the grill. It's going, it's just right outside the window. But I wanted to show you the Weber app that I use to track the temperatures. So if you can come into the iPad. So right now we see the meat is at 95. You can hit the graph view. You can see that's when it was room temperature before we put it in the meat. The meat was a little cool and it's starting to climb. So we'll be watching that today. And then I also have, one of them is meat and one of them is just the grill temperature. So if I click that, graph view, you can see here, and it's been maintaining pretty good right at 240. I moved the probe, it was right near the edge of the smoker, so it was a little over hot or wasn't reading properly. So I relocated it and we're nice swimming right here around 240. So we'll just keep watching this, and we'll check it. I check it about every 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll be good to go. So stay tuned. Hey, welcome back everybody. It's been about 2 hours since we've had the meat on. So just a couple things. You just kind of keep an eye on your pellets. Just make sure that you got plenty of fuel. And let's take a peek. Wait a minute. If you're looking, you're not cooking. so we're gonna keep the lid shut. Check back in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. So as you can see here, we're about, let's see, we put it on at 10 and it's 1:30. You can kind of see we're in the stall, and this is the meat probe, and so it comes up here and it plateaus. You can also read about the stall in what I consider the Bible of barbecue, Franklin's Barbecue. He's based in Austin. It's a great book if you want to learn more about just about everything. So it's going to be climbing out of the stall here in a little bit, so everything's good. We'll check back in here in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. So it's been about 6 hours since the briskets have been in the smoker, and we're starting to climb out of the stall. You can see here on the meat temperature, we kind of stayed at 160 for a couple hours, and now we're climbing out and we're at 175. So now it's time to go wrap the brisket. So stay tuned, I'm gonna go grab one and we'll wrap it up. All right, here we are at the grill. Let's go ahead and take a peek. Ooh, those look good. Smell good too. We're gonna go ahead and take this one inside and wrap it up. Okay, so here we are. We just put the brisket down, and you can see I already pre-cut some butcher paper. So you really just want to wrap it up. And right now it's still fat side on the top. I'm going to wrap it up a couple times. And now let's back fat side top. So I'm going to go ahead and put the probe back in. And then we'll put this back. This is hot. Let's go ahead and do that. Put the probe back in. And we'll put this back and I'll wrap the other three. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So I've wrapped all three of the briskets, as you can see. And then we're going to go ahead and just leave the pork shoulder not wrapped. And we've got the probes back in. So now we just wait another couple hours and let it come on up to 195, close to 200 on the brisket. Welcome back, everybody. So we're about ready to pull the meat off. And if you can look at the screen, you can see when we wrapped it, that's when we had the dip in the temperature, but it steadily climbed, and right now we're at 203. So it's time to take them off, but we're just not ready to eat just yet. So the trick I'm gonna show you is we're gonna wrap them in a towel and let them rest inside a cooler. So let's go ahead and take one off right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. I'm gonna take off the one that's got the probe. I'm just gonna wrap it in a towel and put it in the cooler. We'll just set it in there. And I'm gonna do that for all three of the briskets, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the pork butt. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So the meat's been resting for about an hour and a half since we took it off the grill. And I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the pork butt right now. So let's go ahead and get it out of its resting spot here in the towels. And I went ahead and wrapped it while off camera. And let's go ahead and look at it. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. So there it is. There's the pork. So the first thing you do is you kind of, wow, this is still hot, is you just strip it apart and pull it apart. And I need different gloves, so. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, this got a little hot on me. So we're gonna go ahead and just pull this pork. And to see how it pulls just right off the bone, and we can go ahead and grab this bone. It's still a little hot, but I think I can go ahead and grab the shoulder. This is like the shoulder blade of the pig. Get that out of there. Once we get all the good stuff off of it. There we go. Set that aside. And then we're just gonna shred this up so it'll be great for little sandwiches. So, but why don't I go ahead and shred this up, and we'll be back at you in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. And you can see from what I've done here is I'm just pulling the pork apart, and I've already got the shoulder bone over here out of the way, and we're just pulling this apart, and we're serving it right now with coleslaw and some little slider buns, and it's delicious. So stay tuned, we're about to cut the brisket. Welcome back, everybody. So we just pulled the pork. Now we're about to pull out the brisket. So before we do that, I'd like to show you kind of the temperature probes. So you can see there, that's when we took it off the grill and put it to resting, and it's been about an hour and a half, and it's down to about 170 right now. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it off and start cutting it up. So give me a second to get my gloves on, I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So we're about to unveil the brisket. Let's check it out. So this is the first one I did that's got the probe still in it, that I've been watching the temperature. Ooh, it's a little hot still. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that probe out. Get that out of my way. Let's go ahead and unwrap. Ooh, looking good. Look at that. Spectacular. So that's a little gross. We're gonna throw that away here in a minute. Let's go ahead and slice it up and see what we got. So I may be cutting it the wrong way, but my best guess is that should be it right there. Let's go ahead and cut it and see what we got. Oh, that's looking good. See that right there? Nice little bark, nice little smoke ring. I think we're in good shape. So stay tuned, let me go ahead and cut the rest of this, and I'll check back with you in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. You can see I've started cutting it, and boy, it's really looking good. Nice little smoke ring, nice little fat render on the top, and it tastes delicious. So stay tuned and I'll show you the final product. Welcome back, everybody. So I'm now cutting the second flat, and boy, it's turning out great. So if you zoom in here, boy, nice little smoke ring, good exposure here. Here's the first flat already cut in the dish, and it doesn't include all the food that we ate off the cutting board, because that's when I normally eat my brisket, right off the cutting board. So stay tuned and we'll show you the final product. Welcome back, everybody. So we're kind of finished up with the cook today. So if you can kind of look at the results, we've got a great pan of pulled pork right here. See that right there? And then really those 3 brisket flats really turned into 3 really nice briskets. 1, 2, 3. So stay tuned for future videos. Be sure and like our video and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. So thank you. I'm Chef Nut saying goodnight from Carpe Noche Grilling.